kicking.
Meninga's picked it up. Chicken George has got support too. He's there. Try!
Out for Mount and pushed on for Jason Smith. Intercepted by Meninga. McGregor pursues. McGregor's after Meninga. The crowd roars. Welcome, Matty's Mailbag, brought to us by KFC. And just let you know, when Freo comes up, could have some more breaking news.
Oh,
mate. This is where you want to see it, mate. This is all the big stories. Feels real good. Now, got a lot of... Sorry. You want to see Freo?
I'm ready, Freo. I'm ready for you.
Good on you, mate. Now, got a few... it's all happening tonight. It's all happening. A few questions from the listeners or the viewers, Mal. First one, I wanted to know, how long did you serve in the police force?
9 years, Matty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I joined the Coppers when I was 15. In those days, you could actually do your junior certificate and go to the academy for 3 years. So I left home at 15 and there's a copper uniform. So
Did you meet Wayne in the police academy?
I did, yeah. I did, yeah. So it was daunting in those days as well. Just,
Yeah, right.
Mate, the first time I met Wayne was on the one of the, they call it the triangle. And he came up and he said, "You play a bit of rugby league, son?" I said, "Yes, Constable." He says, "I'll see."
Yeah, right.
He just turned around and walked away.
Now, he coached you at Brisbane South as well.
He did,
So Gary Belcher, late Peter Jackson.
That's it. Yeah, Bruce Astle. We had a fair footy team. We were sort of the police team.
Yeah, right.
Those days.
Yeah.
We looked after the Johnny Elias's of the world.
Well, Johnny played in the side, didn't he?
He
Johnny?
did. He did, yeah. So, yes.
Let's leave it there.
Yeah, we'll leave that one.
Johnny's been getting a lot of mentions on this show. He's a good man, Johnny.
Yeah,
In fact, he's a great man. Mate, where does playing that first state of origin rank in your career as far as highlights?
It's up there. I mean, for a Queenslander, obviously it's right up there. We didn't know what was going to happen in 1980, but just to have the ability to play with Arthur and Rocket Reddy and those sort of guys was fantastic. And they took it seriously. We just followed, so it was a really good time for Queensland Rugby League through those early 80s. There's Arthur. Look at him, so...
what was Arthur like at that night?
And Choppy Close tells it the best, His little story, he's a great storyteller. He was on, all the things he used to do preparation-wise. He had that glint in his eye, and when he went out there, the last man called onto the footy field, he was ready to go.
Well, it was 93 and 1994 where you do your infamous fire-up speech in the middle of the ground.
That was my first ever captain after the great Wally Lewis. That was 91.
Yeah, right.
91, he was
So
actually
good.
91, yeah. A few explicits.
Did you know this, that the audio was going out right across the country?
No idea. They pulled me apart the next day, had psychoanalysed everything, around my speech. And but anyway.
I was sitting in the lounge and I turned to Mum and said, "What are those words?" Never heard those ones before.
Matty, we had the benefit of a speech like that last time Mal was on the show.
He was, yes, right.
We were a bit down that day and then Mal came in and he revved us up.
Oh, yep.
I think we've got it here.
Yeah, have you? Big show for me. That's first time on the Matty John show. Hey, Professor, get the over here, will you? Come on. Hey, big crowd tonight. 60 minutes. We're going to break it up into 30-minute lots. Right? So the first 30 minutes, we're going to entertain these Fletch. We're going to entertain these for 30 minutes. Have a break. Have a break. And another 30. You ready to go?
Ready to go.
Let's go.
That was
it.
great. That was great.
Word for word.
I got to say, Mal, I preferred when you were on the Monday night show.
The Monday.
Yeah, you remember when you were on the Monday night show? It was great. Fletch made a weird observation, but other than that, it was a great appearance. Have a look at this.
He was an icon for the Canberra Raiders and in Queensland. Your origin coach, Queensland, Meninga.
There you are, coming on. Everyone was very excited in the crowd that night. Good show.
Oh, dear.
If you listen to what Fletch says here, it's kind of weird.
What a show this is going to be tonight.
You look like Carlotta.
You say that with a sense of authority, actually, there, Fletch.
Look like you stand by that? Look like Carlotta assessment, Fletch, or
Brandy, yes.
I just want to know that
It's a cruel world.
I didn't find that funny at all. I begged him not to do it, but, you know, Brandy, you know what Brandy's like. Hey, Mal.
Yes, we do, don't we?
We do.
Yes, we do.
Brandy in a lot of trouble. Mate, you had 2 years. How many years at St Helens, Mal? Were you there?
Just the 1 year, Matty. Had a fantastic time. Won the premiership, and my few regrets I got in footy. I didn't go back there like a second time or a third time. It was just had an incredible time. It was a great place to play footy. Great people over there. The crowds are fantastic, and you know I loved it.
They never forgot.
Yeah, I loved it.
Well, they still talk. Still talk about you so highly there. It's quite amazing. Now that year, did you get BBC Sportsman of the Year that year as well?
I did. No, it was 1990.
Right.
Yeah, so I was off the back of the 1990 Kangaroo Tour, basically.
Yeah.
So I obviously played over there a number of times on tours and played for Saints and played. We won the series in 90 and it was off the back of that.
Yeah, right. On that Kangaroo Tour, so 82, 86, 90 and 94. Firstly, which of those tours was the most enjoyable? Yeah.
God, they were all good.
Yeah.
They're all good. I mean, 82 was great because I was with the great Steve Rogers. He was my roomie, and I was hanging around Craig Young there and Rocket Reddy and Max Cruz. I was actually mixing with the old fellas. He showed me the ropes, basically.
How old are you here now in 82?
22.
Oh, there's Block.
There's Blocker, yeah. So that would have been 86.
Yep.
Would have been 86. There we go. The King trying to... I had a crook neck over there, so just fix it up. Yeah,
Because he's a qualified chiro.
Yeah, the good old days, the old sit-ups.
Donny Ferner.
Yeah,
Wow.
so...
I listened to a podcast recently, it's an English one, and a guy got in there and spoke about the Kangaroo Tour in 82. And he likens it, in England, they said it was almost when you guys arrived, it was a sports version of the Beatles. Yeah. That everywhere you went, it was just like fanaticism.
It was fantastic. I mean, again, we went over there not expecting to do as well as we did. Like Sterling was there and Brett Kenny, had Wally and Turvey, Steve Mortimer as well in the halves. It was a fantastic tour, and we obviously went through undefeated the first time ever. The Kangaroo Tour has gone undefeated, so it was a great time.
So 82, 86, 90 and 94, some great squads. What was, football-wise, what was the best team? What was the best touring group of those?
A lot will say 86, and I was on the bench that year.
Yeah, right. Yep.
So Gene Miles and Brett Kenny were in the centres, So that was, again, that went through undefeated. That team, I couldn't make the side, So I'm thinking probably 86 was a terrific side, and 94 was pretty special too.
Oh, yeah.
Fair side, Freddie Fittler and Brett Mullins and Laurie and Ricky and all those sort of guys started to come to the fore.
A Kangaroo Tour, though, back then was a proper tour, though, wasn't it, Mal? Where you weren't just playing against England, you were playing against club sides as well.
No, we play weekends and midweek.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're back up at Bar, Terry Lamb, he played every game. So something like 18, 19 games on the tour.
Wow.
And we play, weekends and in test matches and on weekend and through the midweek games on Wednesdays as well. So I think I ended up, playing 13 games, 15 games on a tour, So it's through a 3-month period.
Proper tour, though.
Proper tour.
Because when we say we play for the Kangaroos, we go over, we play, Four Nations or Tri Nations. We're going to play against the big playing rugby league nations. You don't get the midweek games. So we found that hard.
Yeah, so we go a week after or a few days after the grand final, and we come back, just the first week or second week of December.
I like the story of Freddie Fittler when in 1990, and when he came back, he was like 14 kilos heavier. Like he swallowed himself.
Yeah, I was like,
you can do that. You can do that.
Did you fly business class?
Not the first tours. No, 82, 86 were economy.
Geez, that'd have been fun being on economy with you blokes.
And it wasn't until 90 that we were starting a bit fair nickum, because I think we were on about £30 a day. That was about it. And we flew, economy class in twin rooms and things like that. So in those times, but you didn't know any different. You went there and you did it and you enjoyed yourself and had a great time.
Best roomie you had?
I roomed with Bert. He used to look after me.
Kenny?
Well, yeah. He roomed after me. He looked after me really well. Gave me cups of teas.
Good. That's very good.
Let me sleep in the big bed.
Mate, I roomed with I had Jason Smith when I was there for 6 weeks. Smithy walked in, got a chair, and just took apart the smoke alarm and just laid in his bed and basically smoked for 6 weeks. I ended up going home with emphysema. Anyway, hey, Mal, were you, such an icon in Queensland, you played for the Raiders famously. Were you ever tempted to play for the Broncos? They make you an offer?
Oh, they did. 91, we went through a bit of a hell of a time, the Raiders, with their salary cap. I was looking at, I could have went back to Saints, I could have went to the Broncos, but I just felt that, Lord of the Raiders.
Yep.
The lorries were coming through. Ricky Stewart, Bradley Clyde,
pretty
Steve
good
Walters,
side, yeah.
Glenn Lazarus was around. All those sort of players. So decided to stick him down there.
Yeah, right.
It proved me right.
Finally, Cameron Smith. What do you think he's going to do, Mal?
I don't know.
No.
Matty, honestly, I don't know. I think he may retire, but I'd be sad to lose him to the game. I just think he, in my personal opinion, he should stay with Storm in some capacity.
Right. Okay. That was fun, Mel. It was good.
You sure?
Look, I'm happy to go on.
Yeah, no.
You got any questions for me?
Where you think he's going to go?
Well,
What about Raiders? Why the Raiders? Like, who got you down there?
Don Ferner was the coach.
Yep.
At the time, he was the national coach. Wayne was heavily involved in those discussions because he was coaching me at South, so they got on really well. And to be honest with you, I didn't really want to live in Sydney at that time. Queensland kid, in the bush, living in Brisbane, but from the bush.
I'm hearing you. Fishwick, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. It's Mitchell now.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, they changed it?
Yeah, it has, yeah. It's a lot closer if you come down the Bruce Highway.
Gotcha.
Hey, Mal, don't get dragged. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a break, but big finals series coming up.